I recently discovered my boyfriend of 4 years has been keeping a blog mocking my business. This is probably going to be a controversial post, as I know Reddit isn't very fond of any religions, especially not ones that aren't mainstream. That may be a weird way of putting it, so I apologize if that offended anyone. I really, truly don't want to. When my 29 female abuela died, I inherited the keys to her long-lasting botanica. For anyone who doesn't know, this is a shop run by Latinos whose purpose is to sell religious, esoterica things. We sell the 7-day candles you'll see at memorial sites, herbs, oils, statues, books, services, etc. These are all things I grew up surrounded by and things that mean the world to me. I love them. To me, the scent of Florida water and Hoyt's cologne are home. I took business classes to run the shop properly, and it is a successful business. We profit off it nicely, and we made some changes over the years, including services that you can't get at shops around us. We care deeply for all of our customers. I spend about 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. there every day, and it's like going to my other home. My boyfriend, 32 male, Thomas, works from home. He does tech work and things like that. He's always been a huge supporter of my business because he knows how much it means to me. He knows it's a part of my cultural heritage, of my life, and of my ancestors and family. He knows that I do not 100% believe in the things we do. I believe in many of them, but I'm not a hard-boiled religious, and I don't adhere to many religious rules. That's enough backstory. Well, the other day, I made us some breakfast. He finished very fast and went out for his morning jog. I asked him if I could use his computer to do a few things since it was right there and I'm a slow eater. He agreed and just turned it over to me. He left for his run, and I got to work. I just wanted to do a few accounting type things and also do some research for an upcoming trip we have to Havana. But when I opened his browser, several tabs were open, so I clicked to a different browser as to not disturb his, since I never know what's work and what's play with him. The other browser had one thing up, the blog. I noticed he didn't use the name of the shop, but there was a clear picture of it. And underneath, there were probably 50 entries so far. I didn't go through and read them all, because after I saw the first one, I got the idea. I got the idea clear as day. He was making fun of it. All of it. Everything. My heart shattered. He made fun of the customers, of some of the products we have. One of the things we are known for is an extensive collection of candles for different saints, orishas, and figures. He mocked some of the orishas and their candles and the novenas. What broke my heart the most is that he made fun of the one figure who I like the most, who I don't want to mention because I don't want to offend. I keep a small home altar to the figure and tend to it carefully and with love. He made fun of the altar and talks about how nonsensical it is and everything. The comments range from nothing to spam to dedicated followers who talk about his crazy girlfriend, how I'm absolutely nuts and he should run away. Who would believe in any of this? A lot of people actually. And things like that. I was so stunned and absolutely hurt that I had to check how long ago he made it. I saved the address and read through all of it while I was at work and cried. I don't know how to address this with him. He's been keeping the blog for 2 years now. My heart is shattered because our relationship has been nothing but love and smooth sailing and excitement and joy. He never shared my spirituality with me, and it was never something that I requested of him. I even keep my altar out of view out of respect for his own preferences. What do I do? How do we get back from this? To me, it's not just about spirituality. I've grown up hearing people laugh at it and call it kooky and made up, strange, and all of that. But it's my grandmother's business. It is my ancestry and it is my heritage. To me, he is mocking those directly. What do I do?
Break up. Break up.
Peace the fuck out.
Peace the fuck out. Kick him out. Leave. Yeah. What? That's twisted.
So twisted. Like, this falls into the category of people putting bugs in your food.
Yeah, this isn't even like, turns out he's the person who keeps leaving bad Google reviews. It's like you have a whole blog posted where you claim that it's my girlfriend's shop.
Yeah, because people are saying you have to leave your girlfriend.
You should leave her and stuff. Who believes in that? What? What a betrayal.
The worst kind.
Like, it's one thing if you don't believe in it, and if it's one thing if you think it's a little hokey pokey, but to create a whole blog for it. What? Why is that
you
so
do
funny?
the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. Yeah, I think you mean hocus pocus.
I meant hokey pokey.
Hokey pokey.
It's all the same.
Okay.
But like, to create a whole blog That's some twistedness.
That is your biggest hater.
Literally.
Like,
how?
He is your biggest hater. How could you date this man? How has this not been reflected in the rest of your relationship?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, how could he date her? How does
Having these strong feelings?
Yeah, and she's saying it's been nothing but love and goodness. So how does he manage to date her when he truly feels that way?
That's a good question.
That's crazy. I don't get that part.
Yep. Some relevant comments say, "My goodness, OP, that's so awful. It makes me want to just cry hearing that this happened to you. The only thing you can do is talk to him about it. And I think you need to say something along the lines of this, quote, to me, it is not just about the spirituality. I've grown up hearing people laugh at it and call it kooky and made up strange and all of that. But it's my grandmother's business. It is my ancestry and it is my heritage. To me, he is mocking those directly." End quote. It's not funny. It's not a laughing matter, and it is insanely disrespectful. And the fact that he's been carrying on with it for so long, I really can't wrap my head around why someone would mock something so personal and cherished that they supposedly love. That's the most childish thing I've ever heard. I had to go back to check his age at the top of the post. Confront him, OP. He needs to apologize, take this blog down, and beg for your forgiveness.
No. You just need to break up with him with no explanation. Just, I changed my mind. Goodbye. I don't think he deserves anything more than that.
OP replied, "How do I confront him? I've honestly never had to confront someone about something like this before." And then that person replied, quote, "So I found your blog." That's literally all you need to say to start with. Focus on how it makes you feel and that you feel that he doesn't respect you.
Once again, don't do that. Just break up.
And someone else said, "I would also consider keeping the funds you make from this business to yourself for the time being. If he can't respect it and actively trashes it, he doesn't deserve access to any of the profits beyond paying bills, etc." And she replies, "Oh yes, my business is mine and he shares none of it. We are not married and have no joint finances other than me helping him with his student loans, since I did not have them and prefer to help him with something like that."
What the fuck? The business is paying for his student loans and he's still making fun of it? Holy shit. It's one thing if you're making fun of it behind your girlfriend's back and it's just whatever. You're actively benefiting from it and then you're trash talking it. Fuck, kick him out on the street.
Goodbye. Actually, like, to the street you go. Okay, so there's an update. July 23rd.
Wait, somebody says, why does he even deserve a full confrontation? Do you need closure? Because unless this is something you need, I'd pack your things, tell him you saw the blog, and leave. Or better yet, ask him to leave instead. OP replies and says, I'm not crazy about just upping and leaving without a word after 4 years. That's all. You got sunken time fallacy. Don't worry about that part. Just, that's it. You're out. Teresa, if I found a Teresa hidden blog after 4 years making fun of everything that I do behind my back, fuck it. We're done. Buona notte. You're not the person I thought you were.
Yep, exactly. So an update comes 8 days later. I had my heart set on not just getting up and leaving. There was still some things that we needed to talk about, so when I got home 2 days after I made the post and had time to think about it, I confronted him. I started reading one of his posts off to him. He asked me how I found out. I was honest and told him. He started to get annoyed and asked me why I was snooping. I wasn't. And then he started up with his defense before I could even get a word in. He told me he always had a hard time understanding how I could be a part of something where there was no logic behind it, how I could take money from anyone knowing that this stuff is fake and everything. I let him say what he needed to say. I asked him, is that really how you feel? And he said yes, and that he was happy to finally get it off his chest. He just insulted me, my beliefs, my family history, all of it in the span of 20 minutes. I told him that if that's how he feels, he needs to leave. The place we live in was mine originally. He just moved in after we were dating for a while because it was easier. I didn't want to have to stoop that low, but living with someone who thinks that little of what I do in my business, the business that supported our very comfortable lives for all this time, isn't something I can compromise on. He asked me if I was breaking up with him because of this, that it was his right as an American with free speech to do what he's doing, and that I'm trying to censor him like all religious nuts do.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing, so I just asked him to leave. Over the next day, he collected his things, and when he got out his last box, he told me he would not come back, but I bet he would still be posting on his blog about my shop. I think the last thing I said to him was to have fun with his 15 blog readers. I'm really heartbroken over this and very sad it came to this. It's going to be a long time before I try dating again.
Oh my God. As an American with free speech, Americans aren't the only one with free speech, by the way, doing what he's doing. I'm trying to censor him like all religious nuts do. It's like, dude, you have your free speech. You got your free speech. You did your free speech, and I didn't like what you had to say because it had to do with me.
Free speech has consequences.
Yeah, like...
Free speech doesn't come without consequences. Say whatever the fuck you want. There are still consequences.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
What a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
The fact he was like getting upset with her. It was like, why were you snooping? That's always the case. When someone is caught.
Me? How dare you catch me?
Why were you looking? Why were you doing this? Why were you doing that? No, stop deflecting. You were the problem here. You are the reason we are here in the first place. Take accountability.
Yep. Absolutely. That's insane.
Yeah.
Poor girl. Craziness.
Back to you.
Okay.